The Sanctuary at Strawberry Mansion. Finding peace through the emulation and appreciation of nature. The Sanctuary at Strawberry Mansion is located on the southern slope of a valley on the west side of Fairmount Park East. It sits due east of the Schuylkill River, Temple Boathouse, and Kelly Drive. The only access is from the Boxers Trail, which passes directly through the first layer of the sanctuary. Inspired by tree growth rings, this space developed around three key ideas: layering, meandering, and concentricity. The best way to embody these ideas was to split the program and use it to create layers of programmatic and circulatory rings. This layering effect is also achieved in elevation through height changes in the programmatic volumes as well as the walls. Originally, the intention was for the space to grow in height as the viewer moved inward, but it became apparent that a space that unfolds is more conducive to a sense of peace when inside the sanctuary. And so we ended up with the final design. It starts with a series of hard-packed gravel walks in concentric rings which form the circulatory plan of the sanctuary. Next are the 4 layers of corten steel fencing. They shield the sanctuary from view while offering occasional glimpses through the gaps. The large openings offer transition from one ring to the next. The white blocks are the foundations for the ancillary programmatic spaces. These spaces are concrete structures that act as larger posts in the fence line. They direct circulation and offer glimpses of the sanctuary when inside, much like the fencing. They include an administrative office, a meditation space, a mechanical shed, a storage hut, men's and women's bathrooms, and a second meditation space. Finally, we've made it to the central sanctuary space, which consists of a foundation platform with a set of 3 concentric steps around it with wood trim. The structure consists of a series of steel columns interrupted by a hollow steel band halfway up. A second, denser, but thinner set of columns takes us to the top of the 30-foot structure, which ends in another band with 2 layers of crossing radial beams that connect to the final ring in the center. All of this is enclosed with a glass curtain wall hung from spider mullions that extend from the columns. The focal point of the entire program is the George Nagashima Altar for Peace, which sits at the very center of the structure to signal this place as a space for gathering and community. If we close in on this section, we can better see some of the programmatic and structural elements discussed before. We see the 4 layers of posts, between them sandwich the programmatic and circulatory layers, and at the very center, the sanctuary. Zooming into the sanctuary, we can see the hollow steel rings, columns, and double layer of crossing radial beams that form the primary structure. Also visible is the glass curtain wall and spider mullions that support it. Taking a walk through the space, we enter from the west end of the Boxers Trail. As we meander through the space, we catch glimpses of the administrative offices, meditation spaces, and the sanctuary. Progressing through the layers, more and more of the spaces become apparent and accessible to us. When inside the sanctuary, the whole complex is open and visible. We feel ourselves at the center of the space where we feel safe and at ease.